Now, I said hopefully I've got something that might help you report, and this is what I'm hoping is going to help you. Okay? This is an app for smartphones, iPads, so hopefully most people have got access to at least one of those. It's been around for a couple of years, but the Met has recently sort of decided to buy into it and promote it. It's free, and it's a reporting system. So it gives you the choice to report non-emergency crime for free. Obviously, if it's an emergency, there's still 999. But this is sort of a non-emergency, so you will not get an immediate response to something you put on the app. It allows you to send us photos, videos, and audio recordings of what's happened. And it's really easy to make an early recording of what has happened to you in the moment. And I'll explain as well as a feature that hopefully might help you guys as well even more. And the important thing about this is any videos or photos you send us is validated and accepted evidence by the CPS. So there's no issues about the case being lost for the evidence. And the CPS recognise this as a validated source of evidence. So the first picture is the sort of the first screen. So this picture here is the first screen. And if you choose the police option, it takes you into like, the evidence capturing in the report section. So it allows you to take video, audio or photos. Anything you take is geotagged and date and time stamped, which is unchangeable, hence why it's validated by the CPS. The next screen allows you to make a crime statement. Now it's not a witness statement is what we need for court, but it's a start. It allows you to write in, but also to film yourself speaking. So there would be an option for you guys to film yourself, somebody else holds the camera for example, and sign to us what you're saying, and then we can then bring an interpreter in to interpret that. So it allows you to give us that first account at the earliest opportunity. And the first accounts always hold the most evidence for us and always the best and what we want as much from it as possible. So hopefully this will help you guys communicate and report to us. It gives you an option as well. If you are the victim of repeated sort of abuse from the same person, it gives you the option to file the report. You don't have to send it to the police. So you can build up like a little package and almost like a diary of everything that's happened and then send it all maybe after a week or 2 weeks in one big lump to us. And then it sort of shows us like a story and a timeline of what's happened. And then this isn't a change the Met had them make before we bought into it, was adding a hate crime support function. And if you click on that, it only works in London I think. You can self-refer to some of the partner organisations for support. And it also gives you their email addresses, their websites, their telephone numbers, if you want to speak to someone or communicate with them about any problems. The next bit is, before you send the report to the police, it just makes you check it's not an emergency. Okay? It tells you to dial 999 just in case. It's being sure. And then it takes you to the report bit. The good thing is this just doesn't have to be a victim. So even if you said, I think someone raised earlier that they've seen things, they're not the victim themselves, but they've witnessed something and they can't communicate that to the police. This allows you to tell us if you're actually the victim or the witness. And sometimes, you know, that witness evidence is the key evidence in a crime for us. You choose the type of crime you think it is based on what's happened. And then it asks you, was it a hate crime? It asks you for your opinion of whether you felt you were targeted in a hate crime. And then you can tell us what type of hate crime you think it is. It gives you a map to help you show us exactly where it is. It picks up, if you've got your location GPS system turned on your phone or your iPad, it automatically detects where you are. So there's no issues about where it happened. And then finally, it gives you another box to outline the crime a little bit more about exactly what's happened. And you get the option of whether you want to give us your phone number or not. It automatically detects the phone number you're using, the app on, and provides us that, so we can always get back in touch with you. And then you send your report to us if you choose to. And it goes on the website justevidence.org. Upload the report onto there. So you can always access your report at any time and see what you've put on. It gives us a little box with all your details, your name, your mobile number, your email address, whatever you've chosen to share with us. It tells us if you've selected and told us that you have a disability. It gives us a map of where it's happened, and it gives us all the evidence, your statement, your video, anything you've done or made, is all available to us and you at any point. These reports, when you do them, from the geolocation, it sends them to the relevant force, and in the Met, the reports are sent into our CCC, our control room, via email, and our controllers log in, read the report and assess whether it needs, and an officer's response maybe within an hour or two, an officer's response within a day, or maybe they'll contact you about making an appointment in a day or in a couple of days' time, whatever is most convenient and we deem necessary for you. The officer that is arranged to come to your house will then be given the link to your report, and they can then view your report and your information before they come to you. Also should hopefully allow us to realise that, for example, that you are deaf, and we can arrange an appointment in a day or two's time and ensure we bring an interpreter with us to help the communication. There's an access log on it as well, so you can see exactly what date and time you sent it to us, and exactly what date and time somebody in our control room looked at it, and exactly what date and time any officer has looked at it as well, so you know that we are looking at it and are paying attention to what is in there. And I've got loads of flyers for you if you want to take it away, so it gives you the information about where to find it and how to download it. But this is what we're hoping, it's new to the Met in general, it's not just for hate crime, but hopefully, particularly for yourselves, this is hopefully quite a good additional new way of reporting that you might find easier than coming into a police station and things, and it allows you hopefully to get all the information we need and you find it easier to communicate a little bit. If you don't want to use the app, there's all these other options. So you've got 999, which I understand is always a bit difficult. The 101 has a text service. Any police station. The True Vision website, reportit-it.org.uk, is a website that has like an online form, a bit like what I just showed you on the app, but on a website. So you can fill a form and it asks you all the same questions: what happened, where did it happen? You can send it to us. It just doesn't allow you to add the photos, the video and things that the app does. Third-party reporting centres, and I know I spoke to Alan at the break about maybe turning this place into a third-party reporting centre for you. Well, there's many organisations out there in London who do have third-party reporting centres. So there's organisations such as the CST, which is the Community Security Trust. That's particularly aimed at anti-Semitic, but they are open to all communities. Tel Mama, which is an Islamophobic charity, but again open to everybody. And Gallup, G-A-L-O-P, which is an LGBT primary organisation, again offers third-party reporting and is open to anybody. There's the app, self-evident, and then the Met website as well has an online reporting form that you can use. Now, I know a lot of these options that involve not talking directly to a person are all online, but hopefully most people at least would be able to facilitate access to one of the app or the websites, maybe through help from Alan and the people here. But hopefully it opens you up and gives you a bit more idea, a few more ways.